Let's take a look at the starting grid for this 28th annual Diehard 500. On the pole, first of his career, 27-year-old Kentucky native Jeremy Mayfield. And Jeff Gordon is alongside a five-time winner this year.
The most difficult part of Talladega as far as keeping.
We're just about ready to go racing in the 28th annual Talladega Diehard 500. Field is approaching turn 4. There you see them lined up 42 strong, ready for a start. How do you feel right now, Buddy Baker, as you get down to the pay time?
This is about the time your left knee's jumping a little bit. You're getting all ready. You're looking at the gauges, getting ready for the green flag to come out. Elmo Langley brings the pace car down pit road, and they start down through the tri-oval to take the green flag.
Noel Dawson, the youngster from California, just 13, gets the dream job, turning them loose to the Diehard 500. Green flag about to come out, and we're ready to go full racing at Talladega on the 2.6-mile track. Field away and into turn number 1, Jeremy Mayfield. The Kentucky youngster has the lead by half a car length coming down through into turn 2. Back on the outside comes Gordon in the 24.
First two spots on the inside there, Ford's outside of the Chevrolets, who will win the drag race down the back straightaway.
4,000 feet long. Wind them up here. You get up to full speed in the lap, Ned?
No, it takes more than one lap to get the restrictor blade engines up to full speed. In fact, it takes about a lap and a half at least to get them up to full speed.
Well, they come by just about like they ran under green and yellow. Everybody holding those positions up in front as they come by to complete lap number 12. 13 when they come to the line.
10, they're 3 wide going down the front straightaway. Racing conditions must be good on the racetrack. You see them 3 wide heading into turn 1.
Darrell Waltrip down on the bottom. Trying to move on Trickle.
There's Darrell Waltrip 3 wide. You see him there in the black, orange, and white car. 3 wide.
All those cars around him if possible. Whoa, how about that move by Ernie Herman to the inside for second place?
Welcome to Talladega, all you guys. That's what it's all about. That separates the guys from the runners here.
190 miles an hour, that second lap. They're up to full speed now.
Back straightaway, Gordon has the advantage, and it's even across for second place.
See Ernie Irvin on the inside there going down the back straightaway. That's a good...
Here's Sterling.
The guy is flat moving on.
Catching Gordon. Just behind him, Mayfield in 5th.
Look at this car in the draft. He does not even pull over, and he is gaining on the 24 car, Jeff Gordon, as they head into number 3 turn there.
Gordon squeezing him up just a little, but not too far. Gets through, comes up the outside, and into 3rd. You're riding with Sterling Marlin in quest of his 3rd straight Talladega win. But here comes Gordon back on him. And as they ride side by side, the 2 leaders draw away by about 6 car lengths. Not willing to give an inch. Gordon and Marlin fighting between themselves for 3rd position with Mayfield now stacked up behind the Sterling Marlin car on the outside net.
And that should help Sterling Marlin with the car behind him. Should help to push him on up there a little bit. Jeff Gordon running by himself down on the inside, staying up with him. A great job as Bobby Hamilton comes into the pits for an unscheduled pit stop, and you can see how that draft is working.
Yeah, you can see the draft there. Jeremy Mayfield has lost the 4 car, though. The 4 car is on a mission right now. They move this
back to the flag. Following them down, it'll be Earnhardt trying to stay just in front of Gordon. Hamilton making a run, trying to get back in that lead lap. Out of time. Green is out, and we're back to racing after the first caution of the day in the Diehard 500. Dale Jarrett, who's been dominating in the early going, leads them down into turn number 1. Bobby Hamilton, the only car down a lap. Mast is also now down a lap.
Yes, and Michael Walker apparently out of the race.
Jarrett leading and Gordon in 2nd. He's clawing his way back into this race and into the point standings. Remember those 42nd and 40th finishes early on in the season? He's there fighting for 1st. The door of the Colorado driver from Jeff Gordon. Looking at Darrell Waltrip. Challenging. Moving up on that quality care car of Jarrett. And with him comes Andretti and Marlin. Waltrip started his charge from 8th position. As he comes to the unofficially. Right now, they're at it again as they go down onto turns 1 and 2 in the 33-degree banking. Sterling Marlin in command as he goes for 3 in a row.
Here comes Jeff Gordon on the inside of Sterling Marlin down the back straightaway.
Well, is Earnhardt going with Gordon, or is he going with Marlin? He's going with Gordon. That's the fast way. Here comes the 6 car also of Mark Martin. Wally Dolan back down there. Sterling Marlin left out to dry. And buddy, you called it a little bit ago. You said you didn't think he was going to be able to stay up there all day long. And
Take a look at that 43 net.
he's a lap down, but he's staying right there with him.
Hamilton took his own lot there to challenge him on the outside. Ward Burton there helping Marlin a bit. Just behind them, Bobby Hamilton still trying to get back in that lead lap.
Well, these cars are going to have to be careful here with Marlin and Jerry running side by side. Those front 4 out there are single file. They're going to get away if they aren't careful.
And that's just exactly what they want to do. Snap the whip and leave the rest of the field many more car lengths than that behind. Interesting situation. Running at the time of day we are, it's going to change how things look out there. And will that make any difference to these drivers as we get down through this thing? I know they're all talking about using different visors for this race, buddy.
Yeah, you know, so many of them had talked about using a clear visor, and now the sun is out, and I'm sure the glare will be pretty bad later on in the race if they start into turn 3 and turn into the sun off turn 4.
Here. And back they come to complete lap number 47. 47 laps are complete with just one caution, 125 miles. Gordon leading. Here's Dick Berggren.
Ken, right now the crews in pit road are all watching to see what's going on as they develop strategy for this race today. Jeff Gordon on that first pit stop took only 2 tires. Doesn't seem to have bothered him at all. He's in the lead. He started on the pole. He took 4 tires. That rocketed him all the way back in the tail end of the serial order. He's only been able to muster his way about mid-pack so far. Tires do not seem to be an issue, and the crews are taking notes.
And we heard some of the notes that Larry McReynolds took. Talking about moving the trailer.
You think you ever look in the mirror, watch his head, looking in that mirror to see where everybody's at. He's looking at his line around this racetrack, but he's also looking to see where Earnhardt might make his move on him.
Earnhardt lying there in second spot. Great Southern rider Benny Phillips once said that Earnhardt is a combination of General Patton, the tank commander, and Dennis the Menace. I'm not sure which is about to attack, but he's there. Meanwhile, Marlin is coming back in another time.
Here comes Wally Dolan back with him. They should be able to make the move on Martin down going into turn 3.
In the third goes Sterling Marlin to 4th. Number 15, Wally Dolan back, and Ward Burton comes back into it again.
So it didn't take those other cars to catch up with those 4 that were up front running in single file. Once they got single file behind them, they just ran right up on them.
Coming by to complete 49 laps with Jeff Gordon now in command. CBS Sports coverage of the Diehard 500. Pit stops taking place. The leaders are all coming in. First, second, and third on the left of your screen. The overall look of pit road right now. Mike Joy.
Robert Larkins has Sterling Marlin's car in the air crew.
But Gordon is coming out first. Looked to me like Robert Presley got out there quick, too.
I don't think he either didn't take on any tire.
Dick Berggren.
Well, Gordon, despite the speed with which that stop transpired, Ken, had a lousy pit stop. He first overshot his pit, had to put the car in gear, back it up again. Then they had a hard time getting the tires on, but he still managed to make it out of there at 18.77. Took 2 tires. David Hobbs?
Well, I was down here in the Dale Jarrett pit, and they made him
With him. Roy Allen in the tail end of that lead lap. And look at Robert Presley trying to get that nose of the number 33, getting some help from Mark Martin, Ned.
Mark made a good move, dipped down in behind Robert Presley.
You can see Jeff Gordon coming with the 3 as they pull away just a little bit down the front straightaway.
Coming by to complete 62 of 188 laps. Front of the field. Coming through the tri-oval and down to the line with Robert Presley in front, Mark Martin in second, Jeff Gordon in third, and up to 4th moves Terry Labonte, and then they stack them 3 and 4 wide behind these leaders.
Here comes Jeff Gordon. He's running right behind Mark Martin as they start off the corner. You can see Terry Labonte running in third there in the number 5 car.
Boy, Andretti got himself caught in the middle there and really was about to be squeezed out off turn 2. But everything came through okay.
Look at Earnhardt in a draft was Sterling Marlin, down on the bottom, making his way up toward these leaders. There they are. And look at Rusty Wallace making his way into this group.
Man, he must have had a super pit stop.
He usually does. He always has a good pit stop, and yes, that put him right up here at the front.
So they come to the stripe this time. The leader belongs to Martin, and then it's Jeff Gordon. Terry Labonte going for third, falling to fourth. Now staying in third, it's Earnhardt. Then Terry Labonte in fourth, Sterling Marlin in fifth. And continuing to close on the leaders, here comes Rusty Wallace. He said he was going to be strong today.
Boy, it just
Jeff
don't,
Burton caught in the middle that time.
it just don't get any prettier than this. Look back at, you're riding with Mark Martin, looking straight back at Jeff Gordon. Just below him is Dale Jarrett as they go through turn 2 now and start down the back straightaway.
Mark Martin giving you these great pictures as he rides out there in that front group looking back at Gordon. I believe Gordon's picked up a spot to put him in fifth. Let's count him down here. Into sixth. Wallace now into fourth. Sterling Marlin third. And in second, it's Terry Labonte with Earnhardt, the leader of the pack. Heavy shadows up there in turns 3 and 4. Here they come for the tri-oval, and you see another counter being tried on the outside. Trying to make a move and come along is Mark Martin with Gordon and Jarrett. Let's go to Mike Joy.
Ken, they made a very small change on Rusty Wallace's car. Half a pound of air pressure, half a round of wedge. That was all it took to get that thing right back into contention. That plus that very fast pit stop.
Taking a look here in this sixth place war.
A little push there.
How do you do?
You do that in the draft many times. I actually went up and just kind of nudge them to get them moving down the back straightaway. You can pick up 100 to 200 RPMs going down through there, just barely touching the cooking at 3 wide.
Kyle Petty's done a great job. He's pulled himself up into the top 15.
And Jeff Gordon has passed Sterling Marlin, and so has Dale Jarrett. Gordon was in fourth, so he moves on up to second now.
Getting shuffled back, Sterling Marlin. As they come by this time, Marlin's on the tail end of this group. Back to 7th goes Sterling. Jeff Gordon goes after his nemesis, the guy that called him Wonder Boy. Got that in mind right now.
Wonder where he's at. Right on your tail.
Here's Mike.
Wally Dallenbach.
This is a beauty.
Here comes Gordon on the bottom side. Ernie Irvin's there in the 28 car on the inside. Dale Earnhardt, Mark Martin on the outside, down the front straightaway.
Now remember, they're still 7 laps to halfway. They're just practicing perhaps.
Oh, yeah, you got to see what they can do. Here comes Gordon down on the inside, 3 deep going into the turn.
Practice my eye. Those guys are racing.
And Jarrett tries to follow Gordon, but can't quite clear Earnhardt. And here will come Sterling Marlin down on the inside of both of them. He'll make it 3 deep down the backstretch. Marlin, believe me, is to the left of the car of Jarrett there. And there he goes.
Here comes Marlin with Wallace. Wallace pulling up on the inside. Marlin for second. Wallace trying for third. See Schrader deployed just really number 3.
You don't ever want to be clear in the middle. That's right. You're never going to be clear in the middle. Jeff Purvis takes his car to the garage area.
You see Jeff Gordon there leading. If he'll stay right in the middle of those 2 packs of cars coming up behind him, they cannot close on him. He won't throw as much draft. If he moves to the right, he'll pick him up. If he moves to the left, he'll bring that bottom line with him. He didn't listen, so they're coming.
14 lead changes among 9 drivers so far.
Lots of lead changes.
Remember when there was just 10 in a row right there not long ago? Now they're 3 wide going into turn 1. I tell you what an automobile race.
Yeah, those 7 had begun to pull away, and then we had 10 get up in there, and they still were pulling away, and then all of a sudden the whole crowd was right back up there with them. They got to racing with each other up front, and that's what happens.
And Gordon gets himself a bit of a break. Give it 6 car lengths, and then watch it evaporate. Here comes Earnhardt after. Cuts it down. Marlin on the inside in third. Ernie Irvin now takes third away. And here comes Schrader, still looking for that first win since 1991. Ooh, just sliding in front of him there was Ward Burton.
4 laps ago, Terry Labonte in the 5 car was all the way up to third spot. Now he must be Let's see where he's at. Terry Labonte has moved back to 13th. That's just getting out of line one time.
Earnhardt collecting. Gordon right back on his rear bumper. Dick Burton.
You guys in the booth keep talking about how strong Dale Earnhardt's car is, and I really wonder. That's a car that was used by Mike Skinner, actually was used by Childress to give
The apron which they paved. Well, he's lost a few spots, but it looked like he was going to lose an entire rig right there. Back they come. Lap 92, working toward 94. Halftime. And the halftime will be a millisecond as they strike the line.
He made it.
And he's in 16th position. Mid-race payoff time is here. This is the lap that'll take us to halfway, and a $10,000 bonus for the leader of this lap. There goes Sterling Marlin down to the inside, challenging Ernie Irvan for third. It's Gordon in first, Earnhardt in second. 7 cars in this lead pack. Both of the Burton brothers are up there. Jeff Burton and Ward Burton putting on a great show. On the tail end is Terry Labonte. Any one of the 7 can take the 10 grand when they come back to the start line. Out of turn 4, down for the tri-oval. Gordon in first, Earnhardt in second. Let's see if it'll change. Here comes Earnhardt to the inside. Irvan has come back into third. Now he cuts it low. He's going back to the bottom to see if there's anything there. As they come to the stripe, it will be Jeff Gordon leading at halfway in the Diehard 500. 94 of 188 complete. What a race. Terry Labonte has said Talladega is the only place where the finish is closer than the start. And we may see that before the day is over.
I love that.
Here's Earnhardt down on the inside once again as Irvan tries to go up on the outside.
Here comes Jeff Burton. Jeff Burton making a move on the inside there.
Going to shuffle Ernie Irvan back a little bit. Now here comes Ken Schrader up behind Irvan on the high side.
At 190 miles an hour, they just don't quit. The boys got to have fun. And that's what they're having at Talladega. Look at Robert Presley moving on. Coming up from 8th.
You're riding with Jeff Gordon as he goes side by side with Robert Presley down into the dog leg here, headed toward turn 1.
Earnhardt, Irvan, Terry Labonte. Hold those front 3 spots. Let's go to David Hobbs.
Ward Burton making a run for the front of this race, and he's got a burnt foot. He's had it now for some laps. He came in on that last pit stop, complained about a blister already forming on his foot, and you can imagine Buddy Baker and Ned Jarrett more than anybody just how painful that foot's going to be. He's got another hour and a half of race.
The 28 car Ernie Irvan has just taken on 4 tires, as has the 24 of Jeff Gordon. This is the first time all day those 2 cars have taken on 4 tires.
Gordon coming back onto the track. Field regrouping back in 23rd. Haven't given them a call for some time.
There's the 2 team cars, 3rd and 4th. The 24 of Jeff Gordon, right behind him, Terry Labonte. They took a look on the inside of Robert Presley. I wouldn't be surprised to see them make a move down the back straightaway if they can.
What a statement by Andy Petrie being made here as crew chief on that number 33. But here comes Gordon to the inside, and he weaves his way around Presley. With him comes his teammate, Terry Labonte, and it's going to be Jeff Gordon going back out in front. Chevrolet's running 1, 2, 3 for the moment.
Well, what a move by Gordon. Ducked down on the inside, shot all the way up to the outside, and is he going to lead this lap?
I don't look like Earnhardt.
Going to be close.
Could be either one as they come to the line.
Photo finish as far as I'm concerned on that lap.
For lap 115.
Pays nothing as a matter of fact.
But pride.
Because each of them already has 5 bonus points for leading, so that didn't matter.
Here comes Sterling Marlin looking on the inside of Rusty Wallace down the back straightaway. Look at the oil dry blowing up as they start by down the back straightaway there. Marlin is strong.
Now the situation is this. Dusk is settling in here. The circumstances are we'll have a 5-lap shootout after this 5th caution period and red flag. Settling in, pretty wild thing.
Absolutely. You know, when you start talking about your friends right now with 5 laps to go, you can count them on the palm of your hand. There's nobody out there going to let you have anything. This is going to be something to watch.
Here they come, 16 cars in that lead lap. 5 laps to decide it.
Jeff Gordon leads them off. He's had a strong car all day long, so Jimmy Spencer up there in the best position he's been all day long. Can he do anything with him? Dale Jarrett makes a move right quick down in turn 1.
Goes to the inside, looks for second. Chevy Ford, 1 and 2.
Then you got 2 other Fords behind Jarrett there in the way of Rusty Wallace and Jimmy Spencer.
Jimmy Spencer in third. Remember, he's won here at Talladega. Then Rusty Wallace lies fourth. He pulled the big surprise at Pocono a week ago.
Here's Jarrett trying to go to the outside of Jeff Gordon. Spencer's going to try to push him on through.
That's what I was going to say. Jimmy Spencer's going with him. You see Gordon losing some ground to Jimmy Spencer as they come through the corner. And the 2-car, Rusty Wallace, moves up also.
He's taking the high side as well, trying to get third. They have Gordon hung out to dry on the bottom. Meanwhile, up on the outside, a little further back, here comes Bill Elliott back into the picture. With 4 to go, Elliott stacks them 3 wide, going down into the corner. It's Elliott on the high side and looking great. Wallace, Spencer, Gordon side by side. Jarrett stays in front. Gordon comes back to second.
And he was hoping that they would continue to run side by side, but we knew that was not going to happen. Is Gordon going to follow Jarrett and try to pull them away from the rest of the field and then fight it out between themselves? Probably not.
Mark Martin is fighting his way up through on the bottom of the field, and he is flying with Ernie Irvin, who's come from 16th.
Irvin had to make a pit stop on that caution to repair damage to the right front fender of his car.
Here's Jeff Burton moving up in the 99 car to make it. Look at this front bunch. They are fighting it out. Spencer's hung out to dry on the outside.
Here comes Jeff Gordon trying to move down on the inside. Can't do it. Now he goes to the outside.
Nice move by Gordon. Gordon pulls up. And again, you've got that Ford on the inside, Chevy on the outside, and Gordon going for the lead.
Here comes Jeff Burton in the 99 on the outside. Jarrett shuts the door. Here comes Mark Martin on the inside.
Helped by Ernie Irvin. Down to the inside comes Jarrett as they shuffle in the back straightaway at 190 miles per hour in this shootout to decide the Diehard 500.
Ernie Irvin now up to 4th. Boy, he has come from 7th, 16th position all the way up to 4th in just a couple of laps.
Mark Martin flies 3rd, and it's even across. You don't want to be even across right now. Look at Waltrip trying to find a hole. He wants to come up again. Old DW is having a great day. Jeff Bodine just outside of him.
2 laps to go.
Man, if they're going to catch this front bunch, they can't run side by side trying to win this race. It's going to come down to these 4 cars if they don't get single file behind them.
It'll be the white flag when they come back.
Out of turn 2.
Here comes Spencer. He's got away from that second group back there. 5 cars now in the fray for the lead.
Gordon has control of the race. Perched in second spot is Jarrett. I think that's where he wants to be. What about Martin back there in that number 6?
Well, you got 4 Fords there chasing that one Chevrolet right now. I believe that Jarrett figures he made his move a little bit too early there a moment ago. He's going to be content to sit there for a moment to come down to get the white flag this time. Then where will he make the move if he has enough to make a move?
The surprise car right now sitting there at 6th spot. Look at Jeff Bodine come into this. This is not over by a long shot.
Moments are running out. This is it. Final lap in this 5-lap shootout. You have Gordon in front, wheeling off out of turn 2, looking to the inside. Jarrett, Mark Martin right there.
Nobody's made a move yet. They're all single file down the back straightaway.
Maybe they can't make a move. Maybe they don't have enough horsepower.
Gordon has him covered. Here comes Martin peeking on the inside.
Well, Ernie took a peek on the inside, but he couldn't quite do anything with him. Now's the time. He's going to have to move now if he's going to make a pass.
The Chevy of Jeff Gordon stays first. Dale Jarrett right there in second. As they come back around, checkers about to fall. And you're going to watch this finish at the line. It's Gordon. Jeff Gordon's won it. Checkers coming out.
First time winner, Ken.
First time that Jeff Gordon has won at Talladega. He defeats Dale Jarrett, Mark Martin, Ernie Irvin, Jimmy Spencer, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this rundown at the end of one of the most amazing, spectacular Diehard 500s we've ever seen.
That Chevrolet held off that parade of Fords.
The 15th career win for Jeff Gordon happens at Talladega, Alabama in the 1996 Diehard 500. A final look at the standings in the top 15 here at Talladega today. By 146 one-thousandths of a second, it was Gordon over Jarrett in the Diehard 500. Let's go to Victory Lane with Mike Joy.
$160,000 bonus for winning this race. You get the point lead and your first Talladega victory.
Oh, this is awesome. And what a way to do it, man. What a shootout. I didn't know if we could do it. I knew the restart, you know, was the most crucial thing. And I thought, man, you know, we're going to have to beat them back to the line on that restart. Man, those guys, they just hammered me on the restart. And this thing really wasn't that great on restarts, but, man, was it good any other time. And I tell you what, that was a lot of fun. You know, you don't want to see a 5-lap shootout here. It can get kind of nasty, but everybody really used their heads, but did a great job. And you know, I want to thank God. God was with me all day today. You know, God was with everybody. Everybody is pretty much safe after that accident. And you know, I'm just so glad to be here, Victory Lane. This is great.
Coming down for that last green flag, you knew there were a whole bunch of Fords in your future. What was your plan?
I knew there was a lot of Fords, and one of them going to go with me. And I tell you what, Mark Martin worked with me all day long. I worked with him, and you know, he and I worked well together. And that was you know, a lot of fun. Jeff Burton actually probably helped push me to the front. You know, hey, those guys are going for whoever's going to help them. And I was, you know, it didn't matter to me. I was just left out there to drive. I knew if somebody could get behind me and push me, we could get him. And I faked Jared a little bit, and we got a heck of a run. I got to his outside.
A great run, a great win for Jeff Gordon.
So for Ned Jarrett, Buddy Baker, Mike Joy, David Hobbs, and Dick Berggren, Ken Squire saying so long from the Talladega Superspeedway, where Jeff Gordon has won the Diehard 500.